All right, hello Cancer. Welcome to Three Rabbit Tarot. We're going to be doing a weekly reading here for the 24th, and we're going to be kind of just splitting this deck in half here and doing a Celtic cross, and I'm going to draw from whichever deck that I feel fit. So we're going to go ahead and get started here with your present and general energy. Super weird. All right, so here this is actually the outcome card that I just pulled for the last reading, so it's kind of weird that this would come up first. But nevertheless, we have, I think that you're feeling like a little bit nostalgic here with the Six of Cups right now. I think that there could be something from your past right now. Not going to say that it's haunting you, but we'll see where this reading builds to, Cancer. So let's go ahead and pull a card for your challenge. So what kind of challenges are you facing this week, Cancer? As far as your challenges go, we have the Queen of Wands. Is that the Queen of Wands? Yes. Oh, sorry, the Queen of Swords. We have the Queen of Swords card here. This could be, I think that the challenge that you're facing right now is kind of setting boundaries. So if there are people from your past right now, maybe they could be kind of like pushing your boundaries a little bit and challenging these boundaries that you're trying to set up right now. In your recent past, so maybe the last week or so, we have the Six of Pentacles. So you're coming from a position where I could see you being more charitable. I think that the story that's building up here for me, Cancer, is that you've gotten to a situation where maybe you have like a little bit more abundance, a little bit more personal wealth, or you have more experience, you have more connections and opportunities, and you've been trying to share those with people from your past, or you have people from your past who are just coming around. They see that, oh, Cancer is doing better for himself, and I want to do better too, so I'm going to go kind of hang out with Cancer a little bit more. And I'd say just kind of look out for that. It's not necessarily bad for people to come around and like ask for assistance and help. We should always be willing to help out people from our past, but at the same time, maybe they're asking a little bit too much of you. And I think that with the Queen of Swords card, it's just saying, learn how to set boundaries, and it'll be healthier for you and also healthier for these people ultimately. And here in your future, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So it's like a pretty optimistic card to see for your future. I could see you're creating a lot of abundance for yourself right now. And I think that if you can resolve this challenge here with creating those boundaries, it's going to allow you to just grow exponentially. And it's also going to allow other people around you to grow too. So I think that the big one right now is learning how to create like a little walled garden just for yourself so that you can grow and become like a little bit more stable. And in the process of doing that, you're going to have more abundance for other people. Here in your above and below. So as far as like just put those two decks back together. All right. So in our area of the kind of the super ego, kind of like your wants and wishes right now, we have the Page of Swords. I could see you kind of just looking around and looking for new horizons right now. It may be that you've built yourself up pretty comfortably in this new position, and you have all these old people coming around and asking for help. And then you want to be here, though. You want to be standing on top of this mountain, holding your sword, and looking for new opportunities, looking for new mountains to climb and new peaks to ascend. And I could see you right now as just not focusing too much on setting those boundaries as much as you probably should, because you're so focused on like finding the new plateau or like finding like the new peak to climb to. And here in the area of the unconscious, we have death, which is not necessarily negative all the time, and definitely not negative in this connotation. Here, the death card is just saying, I think that with this is saying that you need to kind of like let go of how you view these people from your past. Maybe 10, 20, 30 years ago, you're really friendly with these people. You do anything for them, but maybe they're just not offering you enough and they're taking too much from you. So I could see this as saying that you need to learn how to set boundaries and maybe even cut off some people, or just do away with like your old way of like looking at these people and try to find a new way of looking at them. It doesn't necessarily have to be negative, but you could just let go of like the dead positive stuff and then find like new positive things to look at these people with, rather than like being like too nostalgic and focusing like, oh, they used to be like this, so they must still be like this. They're probably not. Here with your, I don't know why this is in reverse. Here with your advice, we have the Six of Wands card here. So definitely taking the time to celebrate yourself right now, Cancer. Definitely setting those boundaries and spending more, Cancer time, just you focusing on yourself instead of like focusing on these other people around you. You don't need to focus on helping people from your past all the time. Instead, celebrate a little bit and allow those people to celebrate with you. In your external influences, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So, this is pretty positive for an external influence. This could be some sort of new enterprise on the horizon that either you are starting, but I kind of feel like it's more of something that's almost being like dropped on your lap. And not necessarily, it's not like wishful thinking. It's not like you're sat around and you thought, oh, I just wish that this new job would come to me. I wish that this new project would come to me. I wish that I could have this. It's more of like you've obviously been putting in a lot of work, Cancer, and you've been growing something, and now you're being recognized and noticed for it, and you're just being like, a lot of abundance is being thrown on you right now, Cancer, so that's great to see, but just be aware of the challenge, setting boundaries, basically. In our area of hopes and fears, we have the Ace of Swords, and I think that with like all these new projects that are coming your way, I think that we have these two cards here. The pentacles are all like earth. It's about being grounded. And then there's also a lot of swords here. We have like the Page of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Swords. This is more of like the air. So it seems like we have like two opposites here right now. And I think that you could be feeling like a little apprehensive. You've been given all these new opportunities, but I think that you're starting to feel like, maybe is it like grounding me too much? Is it bringing me too far into like the ground? Is it putting me too far onto earth? Whereas I need to be expanding my horizons and looking further. I think that that's the fear that you have right now with this Ace of Swords. So whether you should worry about that, I'm honestly not certain, Cancer. And with your outcome, we have the Queen of Cups. So pretty positive card to end on, I'd say. This is all about really setting emotional boundaries, or just feeling really comfortable with like your own emotions, feeling as though you have like a mastery of your own emotions, Cancer. So this is a pretty nice card to see as your outcome. I think that if you can overcome this challenge here with the Queen of Swords, setting those boundaries, it's going to allow you the room to continue to grow, not just to grow like something materially, not just to make more money, but it's also going to allow you the room to grow emotionally and to feel more confident and more authentic with who you are. And in the process, everything that you're doing right now, Cancer, it seems to be uplifting yourself and people around you. But it's a continual growing process. You never reach like the top peak, right? The Page of Swords card, you want to reach the peak, but there's always going to be new horizons. There's always going to be new challenges to face, and you need to continue growing. So, a big part of growing is just about kind of updating yourself, and always having like this emotional stability and grounding yourself in authenticity rather than, just charity and helping people. Also like kind of focusing a little bit more on your emotions and your aspirations. And Cancer, we're going to be doing something new at the end of the weekly reading. So we're going to be pulling 3 cards for 3 questions, yes, no, or maybe. So if you want to pause this video, and we'll give you a couple seconds to think about those questions. So 3, 2, 1. All right, and with your first question, no. With your second question, kind of getting like a little bit of a maybe. And then with your final question, I see a yes here with the 7 of Pentacles, which is a good card to end on because that's also the future that you're coming into, Cancer. A lot of prosperity here. So thank you so much for joining us. If you liked this video, if it resonated with you, please subscribe, like this video, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising. And you can also follow us on Instagram because we post a lot of behind the scenes kind of content there. Thank you.